Hi students, this is Suchadata teaching economics to class 12 and here I am with the second chapter of economics and the name of the chapter is Consumer Equilibrium. When I talk of a consumer is in fact a person who buys or purchases commodities. Thus, the person who buys and consumes things is a consumer. If I am a consumer and you are a consumer, what is our basic objective? That is, what are we going to see when we buy something? Yours and mine. The objective shall remain the same and it shall be to gain maximum satisfaction out of the commodities that we have bought. So, a consumer's objective remains to get maximum satisfaction out of the money that he spends on buying things. Now, we have seen a consumer, his objective, but let's find out about the approaches of the consumer towards buying of things. When I talk of approaches of the consumer, there are two approaches. One is the utility consumer equilibrium and the second is indifference curve approach. So let's subdivide them now and let me talk about the utility approach of consumer equilibrium. Before starting with this, let me tell you about certain words or certain terms that you must know before you start reading about the utility approach of consumer equilibrium. Remember, there are two approaches as I have already told you. One is the utility approach and second is the indifference curve approach. Now, first thing is, what is a utility? In a layman's term, a utility could be a commodity which is in fact useful to a consumer. But that is not the case. Utility in economics means the expected satisfaction that a consumer feels he is going to get after consuming, buying a particular commodity. That is to say that whatever I think I am going to derive that satisfaction when I buy something is the utility of that commodity. Now, for example, if I drink a glass of water, my satisfaction would be that it is going to quench my thirst. So, the satisfaction that I am keeping in mind, the expected satisfaction while I am buying a particular commodity is in fact the utility of that commodity. Next is that the satisfaction that I will derive is of two kinds. That is the realized satisfaction and the expected satisfaction. The realized utility or satisfaction will come only after I have bought a thing, I've used a thing, I've consumed a thing. So, after that I have realized utility. But when I am thinking of buying something and then deriving the utility out of it, deriving the satisfaction out of it, that is the expected satisfaction. For example, if I consume 3 ice creams, the level of satisfaction that I am going to get is the realized satisfaction. But when I am planning to eat 3 chocolates, that satisfaction which I will derive after I have consumed those chocolates is the realized satisfaction.